What with you stole it, not wanting to do it. Poison 1. Poison 2. Poison 3. Ah. Though if I was gonna do count, it should have been 3 poisons. Ah. I apologize for this terrible transgression. I won't let it happen again. Good. You finished. Our side is taken care of as well. Should leave before our clothes begin to smell of the stuff. And then you are back in here. Yep, okay. Let's head to the next MSQ stop. Let's go do the thing, Minfilia. There, the Sin Eaters. Let's go. Let me go beat it up. I was hoping there would only be one. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. Let's get to it then. What? Shouldn't we make a plan first? There are only 2. The plan is I get one, you get the other, right? I'll draw one of them away. You can deal with the other. Whoa, that plan took literally ages to put together. There's 2 of them, there's 2 of us. Each take one? Bye-bye. You get yours, Minfilia? Well, there's a dead body. Archon, there you are. It's done. Though I fear I was a bit careless. We'll do better next time. Promise. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that heartstone. I said it was made of jade, right? Switch over there in the bush. Is it in these pile of leaves? You Brush away the leaves and uncover a brilliant green gem. Ta-da! Found it. I'm so smart. Did you have any luck? It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Thancred always said you're a woman of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm to be even half the hero you are. Here she was. Oh, sorry. Forget I said anything? We should hurry back to Slitherbow. One of the others were probably worried. Why would they be worried? We've got this under control. Hey, Dragon Girl. How you doing? Behold, your banyan couch. Oh, I ran into something. Goddamn tree messing up my bit. I'm good. I have coffee. Coffee. Finally got around to making more cold brew. Also, I love this zone's music, but now it's changing. I miss you, Lahi. Sorry again for dragging you into my troubles. I'm just glad you weren't seriously hurt. You better tell me the next time you plan to do something crazy like that. Won't be in next time, I promise. Can't afford to be reckless if I'm ever to be a match for my father. Thank you again for all your help. There's only a pile of rubble now, but someday I'll rebuild Fort Gone. Wait and see. You mean we'll rebuild Fort Gone? It's my home too, you know? For all the people who were forced to abandon their homes. For your father. Come and visit, won't you? Come to the grand feast in your honor. Phil will help make it all possible. Congrats on the job. Holy what? 3 a.m. Ouch. When I was in high school and early college, I had a job stocking shelves and unloading trucks before the store opened. I had to be at the store at 4 a.m. for that, so my general comment is you can get used to any sleep schedule. It's gonna suck at first, but you'll get used to it. There you are. My comrades returned not long ago. I was disappointed to hear our newest guardsman fled in the face of danger. Perhaps he needs more training before venturing into the woods. Perhaps you're right, but I must give this some thought before I speak with him. Thank you again for your help, miss. But yeah, 3 a.m. is, it's usually an hour that I prefer to be going to bed, not waking up. You didn't have trouble procuring a tusk, did you? Nope. That's not very helpful. Aye, that's quite a find. This will make for an excellent spear. Pity the swine have grown so scarce since the flood. Could possibly find use for their hides or their meat, but it would be all too easy to hunt them to extinction. The same holds true for many of the animals here in the Great Wood. You must be mindful to take only that we need. An important lesson to learn for any who will call these woods home. Store remodels can be fun. Ugh. Have fun with that. Ah, you returned. Were you able to reach the tree? Yep. Thank you, miss. Thank you. I realize it looks like ordinary bark at a glance, but makes for such wondrous colors when properly ground and mixed. Garments dyed using the bark from that tree are said to be blessed by the protector, you know. Mark my words, every garden slitherbow will be dressed from head to toe in clothes using my dye. Perhaps even the children and the elderly. I better set to boiling this bark, if you'll excuse me. Yellow, dye, silver pieces. Right, you had no trouble finding the mushrooms? Yeah, here's your tea mushrooms. Aye, these are absolutely splendid. They contain an ever so slight amount of poison, you know. Not enough to cause adverse effects, mind you, but over time one can build an immunity to similar toxins. Would you care for a cup? It's the least I can do. No? Did you just try to poison me? Well, if you should change your mind, I'd be more than willing to prepare some for you. It's poisonous, but you get used to it. Okay. That man is being carried around by a monkey? Gorilla. It's a gorilla. Thank goodness you're safe. I've begun to fear the worst. All that is dark. You found it. You can proceed with our service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits into the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the blessed. I must insist you and your friends attend Tadia's service as honored guests. There is still much we must do to prepare, but please go and inform the others it will be held in the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Arcana learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away. We helped them recover lost heirloom out in the woods. No, I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. There were Sin Eaters, and as long as she accompanied you, but do try to be more careful. The injuries could have been a lot worse. But how did you... Hi, Basil. How goes? Let's just say a little bird told me. And it's telling me now that Arcana's business with us. How was your mentorship? Have you been mentored, nerd? You were drawing? That you never do that. Something the matter? They've asked us to attend the service? Of course we'll go. It's being held in the darker, is it? I'll take care not to be late. I promise. It's not in the dark, it's in the darker. That's not the darker. I have hydrated it. Ooh. You want shrimp? The other woman hands you a candle. She then points over at a nearby corner where you might place it. Time for a funeral service. You can hear a badoop. So my phone connects to charge. You good? You badooped? You connected? Nope. Badoop. Good, you're charging.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
I think we're done badooping.
Let us begin.
That's what you sound like?
I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers.
Hyper-focus productively rather than just stare into the void. Or play video games. Man,
We
imagine
entrust
someone
her
playing
now
video
to
games
the
for 8
night's
hours straight.
Sweet embrace.
Gaming TV downstairs. Nice.
In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
We call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul onto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her onto paradise everlasting.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
Should like to have met her.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars.
Yep. I've gone more cat.
We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will?
When Dawn Trail came out, they added the female Hrothgar, who don't have a lot of the visual issues I had with the male Hrothgar. So I used Fantasia to change to the femme Hrothgar. They are, like, more feline, less catboy, catgirl. Like, anime catboy, catgirl, so. I really like the way this one turned out.
Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact. Urianger and I finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
There's a male Hrothgar on this camp. Let's see if I can find where he went off to. Thancred can be a bit callous. Especially to Minfilia. Or this Minfilia, anyway. Earl... Bar... Ingvar will do the job. So you can kind of see it here. A lot of the issue is the male Hrothgar, for some reason, all have scoliosis and hunchbacks. Like, they all stand like this. Whereas I actually look relatively like a person, just an upright walking cat. But yeah, that's why I wasn't a Hrothgar. I don't like the way the male Hrothgar look because of that hunchback syndrome. But female Hrothgar are out now. I like the way they looked, so I changed. Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear. Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkan Empire. It was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. Cat! Always cat. Just more cat now. You think this ancient petition will somehow get us into Ixmaya? Indeed we do. Ah, Chewie. Right. There's a Chewie? Global emote? Since when? Etched into this tablet is a method by which one may prove themselves an ally of the Ronkan Empire. provided we are able to decipher said instructions. We may entreat the ruins' protectors to grant us safe passage. Problem, however, is that presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkin text and translations into a more modern dialect which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I'm confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Cydia. Quite close to Slitherbow, in fact. The good news ends there, however, for it is in the possession of a rather radical faction of Dark Worshippers, the Children of the Everlasting Dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I'm afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. Before you even ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Alright, I'll stay here until your turn. Be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. She can kinda handle herself, buddy. You don't need to be such a dick to her. Then let us convene outside, to the west of Slitherbow, where the path diverges. You mean where I start hearing Lahi?